Got it. Can you see the screen?
Mr. Johar,
Yeah.
I call Labna, but she not answer.
She not answer? Okay, no problem. Okay, we'll start. Later on, if she's going to call, please give me the information, what she's doing, why
Okay.
she's not attending the classes, okay?
Okay.
All right. So today we are going to start, is the first class of this week, as it's Saturday today, and today we are going to start with the topic, with the tutorial of Android Sure App Data, or we can say there's a method called action send. So Android app share data is basically a hyperlink or an option that you can add in an application, with the help of which you can share any particular link or an application or any option which you wanted to share to any other particular, person, or through any other application you want to share it. Like, for example, somebody shared you, or you are on YouTube, you saw a particular video and you want to share it on Messenger or on WhatsApp or Telegram or on Instagram. You're using an option, you click on option there to share. So how do we do that here? How we can add a shareable link in an application? That's today's topic, okay? So we are going to learn today that thing. So bear with me. So I'm gonna go through the step-by-step process of this, and before we go ahead, I'm gonna let you know about the basic introduction, as I have already given, but I'm gonna write it for you, and what are the methods that we use for this Android Share App data, okay? So Android uses action send event of the library called android.content.Intent class to send the data from one activity to another. Even if you have to send the data from one activity to another within the same application, we can use share. So from current activity to outside, or you can say any other application, one application to another. So current activity to outside the application. And you can say intent clause needs to specify the data and its type which is to be shared, which we want to be shared. So it's just intent clause which has to share, or which has to specify what type of data it is and where we have to share it, which is to be shared and where we need to share it. And most commonly we are using this action method. So action send, or you can say action send. So most commonly action send, action needs URL or built-in browser application. So action, it's capital, action send, action sends URL of the built-in browser app. So while sharing the data, intent call CreateChoose method. When you share the data, or while an application is going to help you to share the data, while sharing the data, the intent clause library, which I have told you, is going to help you to specify the data and where to share it. So how it's going to share you, how it's going to help you to share that, it's using the method. So what are those methods? Intent clause first uses the method CreateChooser. This is the method which takes intent object and stores, or you can say takes object, or you can say intent object, and it's going to specify the title, title, title of the chooser dialog, what we have to choose. And then Intent.create, sorry, it's all small, CreateChooser method allows to display the chooser. So these are the things which are very important, which you need to know how your Android application or mobile applications are going to work when it's about sharing any particular data from the app, from one activity to another, or from one app to another. So we are using CreateChooser method, which is basically taking an object, specifying the title to it, and then Intent.createChooser method allows you to display the chooser. Chooser means choose when you get a shareable link. For example, I'm here and I will say that I am having my channel here. And when I go to videos, this is my video, CCNA. When as you can see, this is an option here, share. When I click on it, you can see this is called as chooser. Okay, so this is chooser. Why you want? So you want on Facebook, you want on Twitter, you want on Blogger, Reddit, or Tumblr, or you want on LinkedIn. There are multiple applications that are aided in your YouTube application, and you can also do the same thing and share the data. It's up to you what you want. All right, that's chooser, and we are using in Android, we are using CreateChooser method for all this process to happen. Okay, clear?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go and take an example of it. This is the introduction part, and now it's the time to take a demonstration example, and let's do it on an Android application. Okay, so example of action send. So in this example, what we're going to do, we are going to, sorry, it's gong, it's going to, it's not gong, it's going to share plain text, which is a URL of the browser. So this is what we are going to do in this particular tutorial. So what we do, steps are, we will create a project. First one, create a new project with the name app share data, Android app share data, Android app share data. We will add the code in the activity main marn.xml, not CML, it's XML. And then we will add the methods in main activity.java. That's it. Run the app will be the loss. Run the application and check the output and troubleshoot errors if any. That's it. Let's go ahead. Our Android application studio, our Android studio is open here. Close. What I will do is I will create a new project. Are you all with me?
Mm-hmm.
Next, empty activity, and I'm gonna name it as same, Android app data. Okay, Android app data, make sure that the language is Java, not Kotlin. If you are expert in Kotlin, because you have not, studied or you have not learned Kotlin yet, in my first year, you have been taught by me what Java is and how do we code using the Java. So it's better to use Java because you're familiar with it. And then you can just finish it up. Let's wait for some time and our project is created. I will do one thing. I will go to the previous one, which is action activity. I will just close that. Maximize our main project. It's still grinding it, or it's just using the Gradle to make the project ready. You can see the directory structure right now. Before we used to have source and all, but right now it's just giving one only. Main activity Java, and then com.example app data, example instrument test. So first of all, what we're gonna do, we are going to add or modify the code or XML code in activity main.xml. First of all, I'm gonna change the layout. We need to have the relative layout for this application. So I will write RELA. So when you write RELA, there's no need to type all the words or letters. It will automatically display you. Do you want to use relative layout? Yes, just hit enter. And then I will go ahead in the text view. I don't need to add all the properties here. I will delete them. Android layout width should be wrap content, layout height wrap content, and Android ID, which is more important, Android ID, sorry, not UID, just ID. At the rate, I will say it's text view first. That's it. Text should be hello world or whatever you want. You can change it as per your, already we have one, so let's close it. So that's a text view, and hello world is a text that you want, or you can say hello AppTech students. All right, that's the text view. Next thing, I'm going to add the button, which will help me to click on that button, and it should show me the options, the chooser to home or on which platform, on which website, or on which particular service you want to share this data, like I showed you just before some time on YouTube. So button, I'm going to add a button. So layout width should be wrap content, height should be also wrap content. Another property is text. So Android text, what happened? No, it's Android, and it's text. And I can say text is share data. Sorry. And then another property will be Android. Sorry, today I'm a bit very fast. So Android ID. What should be the ID? At the rate, it should be button. Okay, it's up to you. It's not necessary. I am using always some very basic you know, words so that it will be very easy for me, and you should also have the same habit. So margin button, or margin bottom, not button. So it's margin bottom. I will have the property of it as 95 dp. And then Android, another property is align parent bottom. So layout, align parent, align layout, align parent bottom here. And it should be true, set as true. Then at last, center horizontal, Android layout center, central horizontal, and it should be also true. That's it. And with this, we are done with our activity main.xml. This is a text view where it's written hello AppTech students, and button where I have edited text, share data. I'll go to main activity now, where I am going to define first of all a variable, because I have added a button here. So based on this, I'm going to create a method. So first of all, as it's a button, I'm going to define a variable with this class of button, share button. That's share button variable name, or you can say, sorry, all smalls. That's it. Then override on create method is already there. Activity main file XML is called. And now I'm going to store it. I'm going to call it, so share button is equal to button and find view by ID. It's r dot ID dot, what's the ID of the button? You can check it here. It's button. So I'll call it using, so it's but and it's already there. So as it's linked, the file is linked here. It will take all the properties of the widgets that you have added. So text is written, so the ID over here is button. Next thing is now calling it. So share button dot on set on click listener. I would say new view dot on click listener. All right, so that's a method. So you can, something is wrong. Then on click listener. Here now, so I will say override, and then I will just click the method public void on click is the method that we use, and it's view v. Okay, then again view dot on click listener, then intent, which should automatically give share intent equals to wait a sec, why it's not giving automatically. So share button dot set on click listener, okay, and then new view dot view dot on click listener. It's not giving, not an issue. So then what we need to do here, so I will just go and write override method. It will later on automatically change it. So void on click, and inside it view v, and then I'm going to use intent. Now you can see error has been removed. So intent, I'm going to create one particular variable, share intent. Our object is equal to new intent, and under here it's Android. As I've told you, it's under the library android.content.Intent, and dot over there we have the action send method. So action send, this is the method. So action send intent dot action send, intent Android content.Intent action send is gonna best. And then again share intent is the variable name dot set type. Set type, we can say it's text or plain. Text or plain, and semicolon. Then we'll say share point again, sorry, share intent. We can say put extra intent dot extra subtract, or not subtract, it's subject. Extra subject, comma, we can say insert subject here. Insert subject subject here. That's it, semicolon. And then we'll say the URL. So if you have to store a URL, we will call the variable string. So I can say app URL, and then equals to, I can say the URL of the application. For example, Play Store, YouTube Play Store, Facebook Play Store. So this is the URL of it. I will just copy it. And then here I am going to paste it. That's https play.google.store apps details id com Facebook. If you wanted to share it with this, I can say string app URL is this, and then start activity, and I'll say Intent.createChooser now. CreateChoooser, share intent, share where. So comma, here we can say via or via, that's it. So that's our method, and with this hopefully we will be able to click on the button here on this button, and it will help us to share the data, the plain text data. All right, so let's see how it's gonna work, and we are done with this particular tutorial. So in the activity, we have edit text view and button on the base of this ID. We just created the method. So we first of all defined a variable share button. Share button is called a button. Find view by ID, and r.id button will be stored in here. So this is variable name where we have this button stored. And then button is equal to, we have created a set on listener on click listener class. This is the method on click. When you click on it, what should happen? So it should create an object using the library intent sharepoint.new or share intent.new action send. The method that we're going to use is action send. Then set type should be text plain, intent put extra subject, insert subject here. Then string URL should be here. It's in any application. It's any application that you want. Then start activity intent create chooser, with the help of which we can share it. So we can save it now, and then we can click on run app here in the toolbar. It's going to start ABD first because we have not started that yet. It's loading the state. We have to wait for some time in order to get the result. Let's wait. You can see Gradle invocation finished. There are 0 errors, but still we have to wait for emulator to start up and get the meanwhile or meantime. By the meantime, you can check it here. Launch app on Nexus 5 AP connected. And you can see it's having only 10 minutes for this meeting. Now I'm going to turn it on, and you can see here. You can see the data that we do have in the activity main. This is hello AppTech students, and this is the button. When you click on this, you will see it's going to give you the options. You want to share it through Bluetooth, you want to share it through Drive, you want to share it through Messages, or you want to share it through Gmail. These are 4 applications already installed. If it were be, this is a Google Facebook link that you want to share it. So I want to share it through, for example, Gmail. When you click on it, welcome to Gmail. As we have not logged in Gmail, done. You need to create an account here. So when you will be having already a Gmail in your Android mobile, then automatically it will compose an email, and the link of this Facebook application will be attached. You can see even now. Let's again refresh it and try to send it through message. Share it through a message. New message. Type a phone number, for example, 332522752. Yes. send it. Spam protection, new version is available. When you go over here, refresh it again, share data, save to drive, suppose that. Upload was unsuccessful because there is no account. Request contain no data. Oh, have we set type share intent string app URL HTTPS this put extra. Oh, we have not added one more thing here. It's missing. We need to add share intent dot put extra once again, and then Android dot content dot intent dot extra text. Then we need to add this variable app URL here. That's the main thing. That's why it's not taking it. SharePoint set it as this SharePoint.put extra intent extra subject insert object here. So then SharePoint app URLs here, the object will be inserted here, and share intent dot put extra intent dot extra text. In here, we're going to store AP or app URL variable name. That's the main thing that was missing here. That was the thing that I have not added. You can now save it. That was the troubleshooting. So troubleshooting is also very important while running an application. Now I hope please feel like it. Yeah, you can have the share link here, right? Even you can copy the link. You can share it through message, new message to 33252752. Send to this. You can see the link here. It comes automatically. Before it was not coming because I just defined it. I have not called it. You need to call it using the variable share intent dot put extra intent dot extra text app URL is the parameter. So it will be stored here in app URL that you need to call, and you can send it. That's it. So that's how do we share the data or app data. It's not only the link, you can share anything. Even if it's a text, you can just drop that here, or any link or website name you want to share. So we can go through it using the following particular tutorial. This is the way how do we add an option or a button, share button in an application through which, like on WhatsApp, you click on options, you will see the share option. That's how do we add that option here. That's activity basically. And a share app activity can be added using the method here and on any button that you would like to add. Clear? Is it clear to everybody? Hello? Carlos, are you here?
Yeah.
Others are sleeping, I guess. Let me take the attendance first. Okay. So that was about this tutorial. And now we will move to the next thing. If you have any questions regarding this, I'm going to stop this meeting. I'm going to start again. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right. So just join me again for the next particular topic. I'm going to stop this one because there are limited minutes for it.